everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you my winter nighttime routine, and it wasn't that long ago I showed you my fall morning routine. And my nighttime routine is a little bit different. Well, first of all, it's a winter nighttime routine, so it definitely has some hot food and warm and cozy things happening in this video. But I feel like my nighttime routine definitely has more room for variety, like switching things up here and there. But I figured I'd at least include the gist of my evening routine. So my dinner, some little chores, and then my skincare routine, and then before bed, getting the dogs all settled, all that kind of stuff. So that will all be in this video. Before I get into this, I wanted to thank Function of Beauty for sponsoring this video. If you've been around here when I mentioned Function of Beauty before, I mentioned them in my hair care routine, where I talked about their custom hair care products. Well, now Function of Beauty came out with a whole custom skincare line, which, hello, sign me up for that. Because sometimes it's difficult to find all of the products you need for your skin. Like sometimes it just takes a lot of time, a lot of research, and then even then you don't know if it's gonna work for your skin. So what Function of Beauty does is it kind of takes all of that work out of it. And what you do is you take a quiz on their website, and it asks all sorts of different questions like your skin type, do you have dry skin, oily skin, sensitive skin, and then they ask how much makeup you wear, your skincare goals, which I have mine right here. My skincare goals were anti-aging, calm and soothe, which is kind of one, and then hydrate. Those are my goals. And then also you get to choose if you want fragrance or fragrance free, and what type of consistency you want your cleanser and your moisturizer to be. So for me, I chose a jelly cleanser and a gel moisturizer, and I'll show you what they look like here. The packaging, by the way, is so aesthetically pleasing. On the packaging of all of the products, it says function of, and then it has your name on it. So each product has your name on it. I chose the jelly cleanser, and then I chose fragrance free on mine just because I do have sensitive skin. Really been enjoying this cleanser because I don't feel like it strips my face at all, which is really important for my dry skin, but it still removes makeup. All right, I also got the Serum. It has this really cool whole cap situation going on. It has a dropper, and it has this little button that kind of pops up. So you press the button and it just shoots the serum out onto your hand, so you don't have to touch the dropper. Like, I'm seriously obsessed with this whole packaging, and the serum's great too. I chose the gel moisturizer, and I'm loving this one for my skin specifically. I know everyone is different, but for me, I have dry, sensitive skin, so I would think, and what I was doing for years is I was putting really thick moisturizers on my face. But what's happening is I get these little bumps and all this texture. It's like my face wasn't absorbing it. It was just like slimy. So this stuff, it's like my skin drinks it up perfectly. It's like, it's just what my skin needs. And I'll show you what my skin looks like right now. I took a whole little video of my skin so you can see it up close. The video I took with my phone of my face up close. This is like a week before Aunt Flo is coming to town. So it's like the one time if I would have any breakouts or anything, especially in my hormonal areas, this would be the time that it would happen. So I would say my favorite part about this whole line is the fact that my skin just feels like my skin. It doesn't feel like I'm even like thinking about it or noticing it, which is a really good sign because I'm not like, oh my gosh, my skin is just so tight. Also, there are no weird or nasty ingredients. Function of Beauty never uses any parabens, sulfates, GMOs, or toxins. And the skincare line is 100% vegan and cruelty free. Also, there are 3.1 billion combinations, that is wild, that are possible when creating your custom skincare. And also what's great about that many combinations is no matter what the season is, you can go back and you can change things. So let's say you're like, oh, my skin is dry in the winter, and in the winter time you can switch it up and then get the products that are gonna work best for you. So if you wanted to give Function of Beauty a try, you can get 20% off right now and a free headband. It says do you with a do like dewy. You get this for free if you click the link in the description box below, and then you can get started on your quiz and find the skincare that works for your skin. So anyways, you will see how I use these products here coming up. So if you want to see my nighttime routine and how I wind down for the evening, then just keep watching. So the first thing I do to start my evening is I try to wrap up my day, or at least try to come to some stopping point where I can continue later. So here I am editing my Christmas decorating video, but whether it's editing or filming, or maybe I'm having a day where I'm decluttering and organizing, I try to come to a stopping point before 6:30 or 6:30 at the latest, I would say. And that way I can get dinner started. Although sometimes dinner just doesn't happen till 10 p.m. It happens. If you've ever watched my vlogs, you know it probably happens more often than I'm pretending in this video. Anyways, moving on. All right, so after that, I usually try to do a little chore before I start dinner. Something super quick, like sorting through mail, casually perusing the pizza coupons, or folding laundry that is in the dryer. Something that doesn't take a lot of time, but will make some progress and get through some stuff, because my mail especially can get really out of hand. So I'm just going through some mail. And then after that, I'm going to start my dinner. And the dinner I was making here, I was making some red curry. I made this red curry noodle dish during Vlogoween, and it has been one of my favorites. It is so good. I will link it down in the description box for you if you want the recipe. Sorry, my mouth is watering actually thinking about it. But basically, I'm just cutting up some veggies, getting ready to make my curry. I crave just any sort of warm dish, whether it's a noodle dish, a soup, or a casserole, something like that during the colder months. So I'm usually making something that is nice and warm and hearty, and that's going to warm my soul because it is so cold out. So here I'm just getting started on my curry, just threw in some curry, some garlic, some ginger, coconut milk, and then some vegetable broth, and just boil it up, and then throw in some rice noodles for a couple minutes, and then throw in my veggies, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and I also throw in some tofu, and that's pretty much all it is. It's a really, really, really easy recipe, and it is so delicious, and I crave it. Like, I'm staring at this right now, and I'm wishing this is what I was having for dinner tonight, but I'm having a sad dinner tonight. No. Anyways, I don't always make something this extravagant. It's hit or miss. I try to make a couple of really good meals, and then a couple might be pretty quick. So I put dinner on the table. My husband and I are eating and just chit-chatting. And I'm the primary cook of the household, mainly because I love to cook. I love it. There's something about it. Even the nights where I'm like, oh, I'm always glad that I did in the end. I'm like, oh, this was so good. Or I love this recipe, or whatever. Where my husband isn't crazy about it. But the one thing that I really don't love, like really, really don't love, is doing the dishes. So luckily my husband is more than happy to do the dishes. So I cook, he cleans up, and then here I'm just adding a couple extra things because I like to pretend I'm really good at Tetris and can extra stuff the dishwasher without, compromising it, like where the dishes will still be clean. So I went ahead and stuffed a couple extra things in there, and then started the dishwasher. And then I went ahead and wiped all the countertops down. And then after I wipe down the countertops, I'll usually do a little small chore once again, whether that's continue to go through the mail, or I will fold some laundry. I don't think I did anything this night, but usually I'll do something just to once again kind of move forward. So I'm just wiping down the countertops and the stovetop and everything, and get ready for breakfast the next morning. And yes, I have, if you can see in that reflection, I still have my jack-o'-lantern rug out from Halloween. I secretly don't want to put it away, so I'm leaving it out in the spooky kitchen for now. Makes me happy to look at. So anyways, next up, I am done for the night. So I'm putting on my long johns. I'm putting on my long underwear. My favorite thing ever. This is my favorite thing about winter. People call these thermals, but I call them long johns, good old-fashioned long johns. So I'm wearing my long underwear. It's my favorite thing ever. I feel good. I feel warm and toasty. So the next thing I'm going to do is I start breaking down my makeup. I usually just use some sort of makeup oil, or not wax, makeup balm, like makeup remover balm, or sometimes I'll use a wipe if I'm desperate. I like to use something that will at least break down my makeup or start getting it off of my face. And then I will go in and rinse it off with just some warm water. And then from there, I go in with my Function of Beauty Jelly Cleanser. And when I wear a lot of makeup, I kind of go through a process that I mentioned with my hair before, where sometimes with shampoo, I'll go in twice. I'll go in once to kind of break everything down, like oils and anything like that down, or product. And then I'll go in a second time and get it nice and clean. That's kind of what I do with my face as well. I'll go in the first time and get everything broken down, and then go in the second time and make sure I get little areas like around my face and my neck and areas like that, and just get anything that was stubborn sticking around. From there, I just pat my face gently to dry it and maybe get some eye boogers out. Moving on to the serum, this is my favorite part. It is so fun. You get to see the cap in action. So I take the little dropper and then I press the button and it shoots out, and then I just rub my hands together and then just press it into my face or tap it onto my face and onto my neck, and just really gently. I'm fast forwarding here so it looks like it's very aggressive, but it's very gentle, very light, gentle tapping movements. Moving on to moisturizer, I'm going in with the Function of Beauty Gel Moisturizer, and this is once again the fragrance free. And I go in, I just use a Q-tip, just a fresh one, not a used one, a fresh Q-tip, and just put it on my face and neck, and then just gently do a combination of tapping, a little pressing, and a little gentle massage in like an upwards direction on the face. I'm not gonna lie, this is my favorite part because all the makeup is off, your face feels so nice and clean, so I just do a nice little massage and it feels so relaxing and fresh, and I love this part. It feels so good. All right, after my face is all clean, I'm going in and brushing my teeth. You can see Dallas back there already in bed on his phone. He's usually waiting on me to either let the dogs out, which is what we're doing here, or to watch a movie or show or whatever we're doing. So, by the way, Bailey was so camera shy this night. I don't know what his deal was, but he was not having it. All right, anyways, here I am preparing Neens' medication. She has to take her medication in a plunger. Because she likes to pick it out of treats she knows what I'm up to, but she's really good about it. And then I give her lots of kisses and compliments after she gets plunged. Then she takes her little cranberry treats, which surprisingly, she's totally fine taking her cranberry treats, which are for her UTIs or to help prevent her UTIs. After that, I turn off the lights, tell Bailey goodnight, and tuck him in. He sleeps on our little couch in our bedroom. And then I crawl in bed with Dallas and little Neens. She has her own little bed in between her heads because she demands it. Give her a little kiss goodnight, turn off the light, and typically we'll chit chat or we'll watch a movie or a show. And Bailey saw that I had a tripod and a camera set up. He was not having it. He jumped on the bed. He was like really mad. He does not like change. He doesn't like anything out of the ordinary. And that is it for my evening routine. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Say hey ghoul hey down in the comments because you know I love talking to you. Also, let me know your favorite part of your evening routine. Let me know down in the comments and we'll chit chat. And yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys next time.